Rivers now to throw on first down. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll go down at the 28. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017, and I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
First down, Rivers. Eluding the pressure right. Going underneath for Gordon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Brandon Marshall in there to get him for a loss of a yard, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. From the gun, Rivers. He's got it. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And Sturgis able to knock it through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. Now the former Utah man. This is Devontae Booker. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Keenum. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Hey, Rocket!
Following the interception here, Rivers finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Gordon on first down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Rolling to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Flushed out right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
12.
3rd and short yardage, Rivers. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Shaquille Barrett in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And this one is no good. He missed it. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
On second down, here's Keenum. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. From the gun, it's Keenum. Dancing to his left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
They set up the screen to Booker, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Corey Legion in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Shotgun snap for Keenum. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A 2nd down carry for Booker. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Now it's Keenum, and he's got Hireman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. So now facing a 3rd and 16 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And he didn't get it there. No, it's no good. Just shy of the crossbar, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another 1st down with that run.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On second down, Rivers again. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Robert Quinn in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Third and long for Rivers. Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And coming out now, the Broncos. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's a second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. First down, Keenum. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Keenum. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10. A first down throw here for Rivers. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
12.
Throwing again. Rivers on second and 10. Going deep for Benjamin. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Culliver. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on first and 10. The drive starts with Devontae Booker. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. So we've come up, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Keenum. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's taken it around the 40. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
12.
Rivers now to throw on first down. And caught right side, Green. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The All-Pro Von Miller there defensively. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps a deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Throwing on first down is Keenum. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Now Rivers. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. And they turn the pick six into a pick 8 with that two-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. Now Keenum to try again after the pick six. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Who goes behind?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Keenum. And this is going to be incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. And it's fielded at the 34. Look at the dance and the juke. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Rivers now. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Hey, go orange.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. Steps away to his left. He may try and run. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Booker on 1st down. Always got some breathing room. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brandon Mebane in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Keenum. eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Down.
From the gun, it's Keenum. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Keenum. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing him.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Throwing, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Wolfe in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Drew Kaiser now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
All right, zero rooting interest in it, but that one hurt.
Well, yeah, you're losing in the 4th quarter. A bad time for a fumble on a punt return.
They had an opportunity. All right, they were sensing. They're down on the scoreboard, and now they just gave that one up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Keep it skinny. Keep it skinny. And hot.
Rivers on 1st down. Flushed out right. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Rivers. Being chased out left. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A 2nd down throw for Rivers. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
To throw, Rivers, forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Booker. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one. They've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Kelly. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out. This is Booker on the dump off. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. On 2nd down, Kelly. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Kelly. And the pressure gets to him again. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Kelly. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be taken in by the Chargers, and it appears they're going to win this football game. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now Rivers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Chargers on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, go Orange.
Rivers to throw. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Rivers to throw it, escaping the pressure right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They come out here in the eye.
Hey, go Orange, 5-4.
Rivers here to throw. Dancing to his left. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Sturgis for the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. On the handoff, this is Booker. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road,